As American genealogists, we're all interested in who our first ancestors were that immigrated to the United States. But did you know that there were periods when our ancestors might have left the United States to go elsewhere? Here are 6 historic periods in which there was notable US emigration that might affect your family research. Number 1. After the American Revolution. Approximately 75,000 loyalists left the United States for areas that remained under British control. Northerners traveled across the U.S. border to Canada and settled mostly in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Southerners went to the West Indies and settled in Bermuda, the Bahamas, and Jamaica. Number 2. After the Civil War. Rather than submit to Northern Reconstruction, some Southerners traveled west to territories not yet part of the United States or to England and South America. Brazil actively tried to attract Southerners to help create a cotton industry. To this day, there are areas in Sao Paulo where the residents are known as Confederados, descendants of Southerners who left the United States. Number 3. The U.S. experienced its greatest wave of immigration between 1880 and 1921, but not everyone found life in the U.S. what they expected. Most stayed and worked to better their life, but there were some that did not do well and returned to their home country. Some traveled back and forth until they decided where to finally call home. Not only did some leave for their old homeland, but some may have gone to England, Canada, or other non-ancestral countries. Number 4. Emigration to Russia in the 1920s and 1930s. After the Russian Revolution in 1917, Russia looked for experts in agriculture and other industries. Some U.S. residents and citizens left for Russia for ideological reasons. After the Great Depression started in 1929, others left for economic reasons. Some areas in Uzbekistan tried to expand their cotton industry by taking advantage of American immigrant experience. Number 5. The Vietnam War period. In the late 1960s and 70s, when the U.S. instituted a draft, it is estimated that approximately 50 to 125,000 draftees dodged or deserted by leaving the United States. Most traveled north of the border to Canada. Although the war ended in 1975, President Ford offered amnesty in 1974, and in 1977, President Carter offered a full pardon. However, many remained in Canada since they had married, started families, and created a new life for themselves. Number 6. Making Aliyah to Israel. Approximately 200,000 North Americans, mostly Americans, have moved to Israel. Over 9,000 moved to pre-1948 Israel. From the 1950s through the 2010s, approximately 20,000 more made Aliyah each decade. People move for ideological, religious, emotional, or economic reasons. So where can you find information on U.S. emigration? There are specific books with biographies and lists available on loyalist families from the Revolution or those that went to Brazil after the Civil War. Other general sources of information include outgoing ship passenger manifests or plane manifests. There are also Canadian border crossing lists available through the National Archives or on some genealogical pay sites. Finally, consider that the country where your ancestors went to might have immigration records on their arrival. This has been another helpful video from the Jewish Genealogy Society of Long Island. Please visit our website at www.jgsli.org for more information on our monthly speakers, beginners workshop, and other projects and resources. And visit our Facebook page where you can take part in conversations with experienced researchers. Whether you're on Long Island or an out-of-towner, we'd love to hear from you. Good luck with your research.